Chad DiMera is about to face one of the most heartbreaking moments of his life. After believing that his wife, Abigail DiMera, had miraculously returned from the dead, he will soon be confronted with a shocking betrayal that shakes him to his core. The woman he has been living with, trusting, and perhaps even falling back in love with, is not Abigail at all. Instead, she is an imposter, a cunning schemer named Cat Green. The truth will rock Chad's world, leaving him reeling from the emotional devastation of realizing that the person he thought was the love of his life is nothing more than a carefully constructed illusion. During the week of October 21, 25, Cat Green will finally come clean about her identity, but her revelations will not stop there. She will open up to Chad about her real reason for deceiving him, a story far more twisted than anyone could have imagined. Cat confesses that she had no choice but to pose as Abigail. She was desperate, driven by a need to save her mother, Katharina Malioyunas, who had been kidnapped by none other than the ruthless Clyde Weston. Clyde, known for his violent and manipulative ways, has been holding Katharina hostage for reasons that are still shrouded in mystery. Cat's deception was the only way she believed she could get close enough to gather the resources she needed to save her mother. As the drama unfolds, another key player enters the fray, Mark Green, Cat's brother. Mark has been unconscious for some time, but when he wakes up, he too will have to face the music. His role in the intricate web of lies will come to light, and it's clear that his explanations will not earn him much sympathy from Chad. The DiMera heir, already emotionally battered from the revelation about Cat, will likely be in no mood to entertain Mark's excuses. Instead, Chad will be consumed with questions, anger, and a thirst for answers. However, the intrigue doesn't stop with Cat and Mark. Steve Johnson, a man with his own dark history, will find himself deeply entangled in the unfolding mystery. He will be particularly interested in the revelation that Katharina Malioyunas is still alive. Why? Because for years, Steve believed that Katharina had been killed by none other than his longtime friend and ally, John Black. This stunning revelation will shake Steve's faith and prompt him to investigate further, raising the stakes for everyone involved. As Cat and Mark become cornered by Chad and Steve's intense scrutiny, the truth will finally come pouring out. Cat, no longer able to hide behind her lies, will confess everything, from her mother's kidnapping to her desperate need for help. With her vulnerability exposed, Cat will make a plea to Chad, asking for his assistance in rescuing her mother. Despite the pain and betrayal Chad feels, he is not a man without compassion. He knows what it's like to be desperate for the safety of a loved one, and this might be the thread that tugs at his heart, leading him to a decision that will change everything. In a surprising twist, Chad may decide to help Cat and Mark. But Chad DiMera is a man who never does things the easy way. Instead of a simple rescue mission, he hatches an audacious plan. He will fake his own death, a move that will send shockwaves through Salem. By playing dead, Chad hopes to gain the upper hand, allowing him to help Cat and Mark save their mother without Clyde suspecting a thing. But in the dangerous game of deceit and revenge, nothing ever goes as planned. As tensions rise, the plot will lead to an explosive showdown between Chad and Clyde. Clyde Weston, a man who thrives on control and intimidation, will not go down without a fight. He's cunning, ruthless, and always one step ahead. But with Chad faking his death and working behind the scenes, there's a chance that Clyde's reign of terror might finally come to an end. The question on everyone's mind is simple. Will Chad, Cat, and Mark be able to outsmart Clyde and bring Katharina home safely, or will Clyde's dangerous web of manipulation trap them all? As the pieces of this thrilling puzzle come together, fans are left wondering if Chad's plan will succeed or if Clyde will once again slip through the cracks. With emotions running high and the stakes even higher, one thing is for sure. The final confrontation between Chad and Clyde is bound to be an explosive moment that no one in Salem will forget anytime soon. What do you think? Will Chad and his unlikely allies manage to outwit Clyde Weston, or is there another devastating twist waiting just around the corner? One thing is certain, Salem is about to be shaken to its core.